Hey friends, in this video I'll show you how to draw joy from inside out. Okay, let's begin and I'll explain the setup that I have here. What I've got is a sort of rectangle, and this is about a third from the entire height of the rectangle, and this is a little more than a sixth. Okay, so try and get that somewhat similar. It doesn't have to be perfect though, so don't worry about that. And here in the center I marked where the chin, about the place where the chin of the head is gonna be. So let's begin. I'll start by, oh, did I just spit on the page? Disgusting. So let's begin. I'll draw some of the lines in time-lapse just to set the basic very general shapes, and then I'll begin to explain what I've done and we'll continue. Okay, so let me explain what I've done here. This is obviously, I hope, Joy's head. She has a pretty large head in relations to the rest of the body. And what we have here, this line represents the waistline, and this is where the hand is gonna be. So what I've done is I drew a line coming from about this point, but it's not gonna stay there. We're gonna change it in a few moments. And then I pulled another diagonal line to the waistline, and then all the way down to the corner here. On the other side, what I've done is I've tried making this line close to this one, and it goes again all the way to the waistline, and then it sort of turns into a curved line here. Try to have it as accurate as you can to what I've done here. It's, again, doesn't have to be perfect. It should be quite similar because these are the basic guidelines on which the entire drawing is going to be based. So you do want to get them somewhat accurate. Okay, so next I think what I'll do is divide the face into halves here, and you will be able to see where to put each part of the face. So I'm gonna draw a line coming all the way from the top here, all the way to the chin, sort of curved. And notice how all the lines I draw right now are very rough and very sketchy. That's fine. We want to be able to change and erase things. Now about not midway, but a little lower than that, that'll be where the nose comes. And we're going to use another curved line to represent sort of this part here. So now we have about the center of the face. We know where to find ourselves. Now what I think I'll do is sort of I'll add the hands and start to turn this into something more final, and I'll be back and we'll do the face, some of it in real time. So let's begin. Okay, so I've begun sort of drawing the more final shape of the body here, and I also added the ball of memory, and she's clearly holding it in front of her face. And the hands, I used a very simple 2 lines just to give it some width here as well. Notice how this is the shoulder, and we're going to indicate that better in a moment, and it connects here to the back of the head with the neck. So now I think what I want to do is begin drawing some of the face in real time. We can begin with the eyes. So we have one large eye here. I might want to have it a little further to the left. So one eye here. And you do that by, actually it's not that difficult. She has one sort of relatively straight line, and then one big curve that goes like this. So that's an eye. It looks scary without a pupil, so we're gonna add it soon. And another one here. Sort of throw that in like that. Great. Now let's start just hinting of the pupils. One here, another one here. And you want to turn this into a calm, sort of happy, surprised look. So we're gonna draw the eyebrows up high like this, and you can already feel how this makes the entire expression lighter and, you know, more cheerful, let's say, more joyful. I think that's her name. For the nose, I really don't want to add too much, so I'll just draw one line here and another one like this. That's enough. And for the mouth, and notice how this is the center line of the face, so the nose is here, and the mouth is slightly below that, and she has this smile that is sort of slanted up here to the side. So you want to get that in. And believe it or not, that's basically it. Now what I want to do is let's finish the face here, and I'm sorry that the camera is kind of shaky. We'll finish the face here, like add the hair and some more details, and then we'll move on to wrap up the rest of the figure. So let's begin. Okay, let's wrap up some of the final lines here, and then what I'll do is I'll do all the turning this into a more finalized version. I'll do that in time-lapse as well, and I'm sorry there's a lot of time-lapse, but this is an entire figure. Even if it's simple, it still takes time. And I'm just gonna take this and turn it into something more finalized, and you'll be able to see everything I do, so no worries here. Just a small note here, we have one leg that's sort of to the left and another one that is more balanced, and you can sort of see the line of weight and how it's divided. And this is the center of gravity, I think we'll call it, because all, or at least most of the weight of her figure is leaning on that one straight line, on that one leg. Now I'm going to switch to a thinner pencil, and I'll begin turning this into a more finalized drawing. I hope you enjoyed it so far. I'll come back and talk a bit about what I've done and wrap this up. So let's begin. We are almost done here. I'm sorry that I'm doing this with a pencil only. I don't want to make this overly complex and bring in a pen. I'd like to keep it rather simple, but you can definitely go over it with a black pen and make it sort of more organized. I used Micron Pigma. This one. And I believe this is almost done. Just want to indicate this waistline here. I've made the dress more sort of divided into the folds and everything. Let's give it a little touch, clean it up a little bit. But what was important for me is that you see how I set up the guidelines, because that's the most important part that'll later on affect the entire drawing. If you get that kind of right, you know, sort of as accurate as you can, then the rest of the drawing is going to be easier. Now, a little tip, using those drawing those hands and the legs and the head and everything, it can be quite a challenge, because especially with this kind of character that's originally portrayed in 3D, because the movie is all CGI, you kind of need to imagine things as being three-dimensional, and then kind of simplifying them where it's okay to simplify. I didn't do a perfect job here, but I think I got it quite right. So you need to sort of pay attention and see where you can bend the rules and turn this into a two-dimensional portrayal. In the original picture there were many details here. You can kind of see the crease here because she smiles, and the lips, and I didn't want to go into that because frankly I think it will make it look worse, and sort of take away the simplicity of it. But this is it. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you want me to do other characters, this is the first time I actually do I think a character from a kids movie. If you like that and you'd want me to do some other characters, feel free to ask in a comment, and I'll actually try and, you know, I actually take ideas from comments. So if you want something, let me know in a comment, and I'll try and get it done. Because sometimes, frankly, I don't have tons of ideas for videos. I know what I want to do, but if you provide me with more ideas, it's even better. So this is it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and check out the link in the description box below if you want to learn from me. And I'll see you in the next video.